Hello and welcome to the Seer365 Sessions, where we bring together really interesting partners from the Dynamics ecosystem to talk about new and exciting things they're doing. Today we're joined by iDynamics, who are one of our partners. I've been working with us coming up to 12 months because I remember Kate and I met at Directions last year. So I know our anniversary is coming up, so that's very cool. So today we're going to talk about sales rebates and what's new at iDynamics. If you've got any questions as we're going, feel free to leave a comment down below, and we'll pop them up on the screen, and we'll get Kate and Salvador to answer them as we go. So let's kick these things off as tradition. Kate, would you like to go first and introduce yourself and a little bit about iDynamics?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Well, first of all, thanks, Richard, for having us.
Not at all.
And thank you to everyone for joining us here today. So I'm Kate Wilkes. I'm Key Account Manager at iDynamics Business Solutions. I'm also in charge of business development in the UK and Ireland. I'm joined here today by my colleague Salvador Jimeno, who is the CTO at iDynamics Business Solutions. So a little bit about iDynamics. So we are an ISV, and we're actually part of a leading technology group in Spain. We work globally and actually have clients in over 18 different countries now. Our solutions are developed for Dynamics 365 Business Central, so they are add-on solutions. And well, we're known, for those of you who already know us, we're known for our commissions management app, iDynamics Commissions, which has actually become the reference app for commissions management in Business Central on AppSource and globally. And well, following our experience, feedback from clients, discussions with partners, we actually identified a need and a gap in Business Central for a rebates management solution. So this is where iDynamics Rebates has come about. So today we will be looking at this new solution, iDynamics Rebates, which covers both customer sales rebates and purchase rebates. Salvador will be giving us an overview of the app. I just wanted to say that the app is fully integrated into Business Central. So your clients can streamlines the whole process within Business Central, removing the need for external manual processes, working in Excel, for example. So it saves time, money, and it also reduces errors. Also, like our commissions app, I just wanted to say that it covers, through our experience with all our customers and partners, it covers from the most simple to the most complex structures. And that's the beauty of it. So you know that you install the app and you have a solid solution that covers almost every scenario. It also has full reporting, so you can see the whole process within Business Central in real time too. So I'm going to hand over to my colleague Salvador, who's going to give us an overview of the app. Thank you.
Okay, hi. So I'm going to share my screen, Business Central, so that you can see, you can get a brief overview of the main features of the app. I'm not going to keep it long. I just want to show you the main things it does and give you an introduction to it. Because if you check on the App Stores, you can actually download the app and try it for free for 15 days. We think it's the best way so that customers and partners know what the app does and whether we cover the needs of the customer. Now, if you install the app from the App Store, the first thing you will see up here is a menu called Rebates and Incentives that links to the main features of the app. Now, starting with periods and customer targets, this is like the main thing that probably most customers expect from a rebates app. Here you can define a period of time. It can be a year, a quarter, a fortnight, whatever. You specify the start date, end date, whether you're going to give rebates based on if sales invoices or sales invoices that have actually been paid by the customer. Then you decide the rebates that you're going to give. They can be by customer, they can be by item, by a combination of both. So you define, as I did here, targets, let's say, for chairs, and you define a combination here saying, okay, this rebate is for any customer, specific customer group, specific customer, when they buy anything, items, resource group, an item group, as I did here, maybe an advanced filters. You can create advanced combinations saying, okay, everything in shares except these two, and also this table, things like that if you want to. You can even base these rebates on dimensions if you're already using dimensions in VC and they match what you want for rebates. And after you've specified on what you're going to give rebates and to whom, you specify the rebate tiers that you're going to give. So here I have a simple scenario where we give a 2% rebate on anything, but if the customer buys from us more than £1,000 in shares, in this case, they go up to 3%, and if they buy more than 10,000 pounds in shares from us, right, they get a 4%. Now, you can do multiple combinations, and you can give things based on a percentage of the sales amount, or you can actually give a rebate based on the number of units bought. So let's go to the tables example I have here. So maybe instead of giving back a percentage of the sales, you say, okay, for every table that you buy from us, you get £10 back. And if you buy more than 100 shares from us, you get £20 back. And obviously, you can combine these. You can set tiers based on the amount they bought from you, on the actual quantity of items they bought from you. You can give a fixed rebate amount, multiply it by the number of units bought. When it comes to the amount that you give back, it might be the highest percentage, or maybe you give a tier system so that the more they buy from you, the more that they get back from those sales. And you can not just give rebates based on money, you can also define what we call, I'm going back to chairs, rebates based on benefits, so that you can define some benefits for the rebate and say, okay, in addition to the money I'm going to give you back as customer, I'm going to give you tickets for a concert if you actually achieve the highest tier in my rebate system. So that way you can keep track not just of how much they bought from you and the amount that you have to give back as rebates, but also whether you have defined any extra benefits that you want to handle within the system and keep track within our app. Now, when you've defined this, the app will keep track automatically of everything that the customer buys from you, will update rebates automatically, will give you the option to generate reports that you can email automatically. Basically, the idea here that maybe you schedule these reports so that maybe weekly or monthly your customers get a document in PDF showing them how far they are from getting a higher target in their rebates, maybe, things like that. Obviously, you can accrue amounts so that you can accrue the amounts that you're going to pay as rebates maybe at the end of the year. This can be done manually or automatically. And when everything's done and you get to the end of the year or the period and you have to pay rebates, you click on generate rebates, and that's going to generate entries in a custom table that we actually see. Let's go to it, where you can keep track of the rebates that you have to pay. Here I have rebates for March because I define milestones, and even though the rebates are for the whole year, I'm going to pay them monthly. That's something that you can do as well. As Kate mentioned, we try to be as flexible as possible. We try to cover the most simplest scenario and the most complex scenario that you can imagine. Now, when these rebates have been generated, it's the time to pay them. Now, you can pay rebates in different ways. I'm just going to go for a second to the setup page, but basically you can do this at the customer level or the rebate level if you wanted to. You can pay rebates, either using credit memos, payment journal. This is mostly for the Americans. They can use checks to pay rebates, or coupons. This is quite interesting because coupons let you give a credit to the customer rather than actually paying an amount back to them, either through a credit memo or a purchase invoice that you can define at the customer card level if you want to. Coupons let you give a credit to the customer so that you can say, okay, you achieve this level of rebates and you have £400 for the next year to expend on shares rather than actually giving money back to them. Now we have this for sales that covers most common rebates scenarios, but we also have the same for vendors. Basically, you can do the same thing if you want to keep track of rebates that you are not giving to your customers, but receiving from your vendors, so that you can set the same rules for your vendors and keep track of how far away you are from achieving a better rebate from your vendor. Same thing, you can run reports on this, you can keep track of that, you can even generate a credit memo for the vendors with the rebates that they have to pay to you. And on the next version that we are currently developing and we're having beta, we're also going to add the option to define what we call rebate rates. This is one of the scenarios we've discovered that customers want during these few months that we've had the app available at the App Stores, so that if you don't have a tier system and you just want to give rebates as a fixed percentage or a fixed amount based on the number of units sold or the amount sold, you can just define these simple rates where you specify, okay, for chairs in this case, I'm going to give back 10% at the end of the period. We try to give you as many tools as possible so that you can use the ones that you need for your scenarios. We are also adding the option to define sales discount coupons, which comes in hand with what I mentioned about giving back a credit to customers. And we plan to extend this to be able to define, I don't have any here, sorry, to define coupons not just for rebates, but also for promotions. And that's mostly it. I mean, as I mentioned, I don't want to show you too much. I just want to give you an introduction to the app, to show you what it does. We have already quite a few happy customers using the app and giving us feedback. And as I mentioned, if you go to the App Stores, you can download it from there. You can check the docs. There's a link in the App Stores app or documentation portal that has examples and lots of information on the app. And please, any question that you have, let us know. And with that said, I'm going back to Kate.
Hi there. Any questions? Yeah. Does anybody have any questions on that?
True. So
yeah, let's see. Are there any?
Yeah, no. So from your side, then, what sort of feedback have you had from customers so far? Is it just so that people who maybe haven't used this sort of functionality before, which customers should be aiming this at?
I don't know. I mean, at the beginning, when we released the first version of the app, we kind of wonder what feedback we would get, because same thing happened with commissions when we started a few years ago. You release an app with the main features, and then you start discovering all of those weird combinations and things that you have not thought about, but actually make sense. But it's true that in the 4 months that we've had the app in the App Store and with the customers we've had, meanwhile, we actually cover most of the common scenarios, if not all of them. The main thing that we discovered at the beginning is that some customers really wanted also to be able to track purchase rebates from their vendors. So that's one of the main things that we added to the app.
I see. So it's basically the opposite side. So it's actually tracking what they should be getting. Okay.
Yeah, correct. So that's one of the first things that we added to the app. And right now, as I mentioned, we've actually discovered that some customers have scenarios where they give a fixed percentage or a fixed amount as a rebate. So it's easier for them if they can use a simpler table, a simpler interface to enter that into the system so that they can update it from Excel. And one of the next things that's coming in the pipeline is the ability to link these rates with vendor rebates, so that maybe, I don't know, you are a distributor of TVs or electronics, and Samsung gives you a rebate that you give back
or Microsoft.
Or Microsoft, exactly. You can keep track of those and link them together so that you give the rebate to the customer and then you ask for the rebate to the vendor.
Right.
So that's the next thing that's coming.
Very cool. And what about you, Kate? In your conversations or anything that I want to call him Salvador, but every time you call him Salvador, I understand how I meant to say his name. So
Salvador, yeah,
exactly. You do it significantly better than I do. So, what are there anything in your conversations you've come across that you think would be of interest?
I think really, well, it can be applied to a lot of different industries. I think that's one of the things we've seen as well. Really.
Yeah, very
like our commissions, it can, really, nearly, I mean, a lot of companies do use rebates as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I don't know many that are offering me €10,000 Taylor Swift tickets. If they did, I'm fairly sure I'd be signing up. Yeah, very cool. All right, wonderful. Well, so thank you for walking us through that. I know that we're all going to be in Vienna in a few weeks' time.
Yes.
So, and I believe, and I say that like I don't know the answer to this question, I believe you've got a presentation during directions.
Yes.
I'm fairly sure that you would love everybody who's in Vienna at directions to come along.
Of course, yes. Yeah. So in the ISV Theatre, Salvador will be holding a session on the 6th of November at 10:55. Yeah, we hope to see you there. So if you've got any questions on rebates or commissions, you can come and find us there too.
Yeah.
We will also be in the ISV lounge as well. Yeah, so you can come and find us there.
Yeah, and if for some reason you can't find them, come over to the Seer stand.
Yes.
We will we'll point you in the right direction, or make coffee for you until we get hold of one to come over and find you. So so that'd be brilliant. Alternately, you may want to email the team directly. So I'll put their email address up, so you can get in touch with them directly as well. I know from speaking to some of our Seer partners that are working with iDynamics, they're really impressed by the solution. So I do suggest you check them out. I know it's something that a lot of companies could make use of. So feel free to have a chat and see where the opportunities are for everybody to get involved.
Yeah, actually, I did just want to add as well. A lot of people ask us about the licensing. About the licensing model. I just wanted to say that it is a very easy model. So we have a fixed price for an unlimited number of users.
Oh, well, that's nice and simple. So that's good. Whilst we're talking about that, then what about the implementation? What does that look like?
Yeah, so I'm sure Salva will agree. It's within a few hours. It's designed as a plug and play solution. So you download it from App Source, and you can have it up and running in a few hours.
Yeah, our intention basically is that it's like the commissions app. Most customers just download the app, check the docs, and they are able to get it running by themselves. And if they need help, we offer those services, but usually maybe an hour. I mean, Kate mentioned hours in plural, but really it's just a matter of a few minutes to get it up and running.
Yeah, that being said,
the time you spend setting up the rebates, checking what you want to give to the customers, but
that being said, we do include a free training session as well.
Actually, we've done our best to try to make it as simple or easy to start running with it at the beginning, because we think it's nice.
Actually, also I wanted to add, if there are any partners watching, we do offer NFR licenses. So if you're interested in finding more about the app, testing it out, just email us, and we can also set up an NFR license for you too.
Wonderful. Yeah. Just don't resell them.
Yeah, don't.
Very good. All right. Well, I think we've gone through the whole thing, and I'm worried about Kate's internet because she's currently at Scottish Summit, so I don't want internet to go down.
I might see you there if anybody's.
If you're at Scottish Summit, come and find Kate.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would love to catch up with you. But failing that, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. I hope you find that as interesting and as useful as I have. And for those of you going to Scottish Summit, go and find Kate. For those of you who are going to Vienna in a few weeks for Directions EMEA, we look forward to seeing you all there as well.
Yeah, so, definitely. We'll see you there.
Thanks, everybody. Great rest of your day.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks.